Hey guys, it's Anime Cynic, and I'm so excited to bring you guys this video because Kengan Ashura Season 2 literally just came out. NANI?! Holy shit, what have I been doing? Oh yeah, that's what I've been doing. Well, better late than never, and here I am, making a video about Kengan Ashura Season 2. Pretty sure I've said in like 7 videos that I was planning on doing this, and, well, if you care about my excuses for why it's so late, go ahead and watch to the end of the video, or I suppose you could skip the video and go right to the end, but that wouldn't make much sense, so I can't highly recommend that. So, as you may know, I made a video about Kengan Ashura before, and it actually did pretty well. I mean, it didn't get like insane views, but it got real good feedback from the people who did see it, and I was pretty proud of how it came out. But unlike a lot of YouTubers, I feel like, not that I'm a YouTuber, I just want to make that clear, but unlike a lot of people on YouTube, they are going to tell you, oh, go watch that video. I don't really want to tell you to go watch that video, so I'm going to give you a real brief rundown of it. Basically, that video was me saying that I know it's CG, but I still like it. It's got an interesting story for a brawling anime, and it's just super cool. And, well, Season 2 came out, and it was about maybe 1,000 times better than I thought it was going to be. So, here I am, and I'm going to tell you about it again. Starting off with the story. Now, a little bit of background information. In these types of, brawler anime, they have what I like to call finger quote story, and what I mean by that is they have a story, can't see it, but I'm doing hugely exaggerated finger quotes, but in reality, the anime would be exactly the same without it. You could literally remove all of that and no one would care or notice. With Kengan Ashura, however, I actually kind of like the story. It's super simple, it's not overwhelming, and more importantly, they don't use it inappropriately. What I mean by that is, they're not trying to fill out episodes by just shoving story down my throat, which I really appreciate. However, they are still writing something that is cohesive and flows like one singular piece of work. Specifically, what I would say about Season 2 is that it was really focused on expanding the relationships between characters and really fleshing them out even more as actual human beings. I don't remember if I ended up leaving this in the first video, but one of the few problems that I had with Kengan Ashura Season 1 was that too many characters didn't really feel like people. They didn't feel relatable as people. They were just saying they didn't feel like real people. They were super shallow. And thankfully with Season 2, a lot of that, if not all of that, in my mind, has been eliminated. And speaking of characters, we got a ton of new characters, and quite frankly, they were pretty cool. They were pretty sweet. We had like a big old fisherman with like a gross head that I didn't like to look at, but fuck that. Because yeah, we got all those new characters, but we got to see the Fang, and I was real nervous for this. I didn't think he was gonna live up to any sort of expectation, and he did. He was pretty sweet. He was nothing like I expected, which usually obviously would make me sad, but in a weird way, him being so different from what I was picturing made him all the more perfect. I loved his little onesie that he was wearing. It made me so happy to see him walk out in that. I love that he didn't know what video games were, and he was so stupid. I loved that guy, and I loved the little smile he had. What a cute little boy. Plus, this is going to be kind of random because I don't think he's like an insanely popular character, but Cosmo finally feels like he became a real fighter, a real character. He just was there, in my opinion, to sort of fill out the anime punch card of Season 1, where they were like, oh, we need a young genius character. Okay, here he is. And now he actually feels like a real character, which is pretty nice to see. In fact, he has, I don't know if I would say my favorite fight. I haven't really thought about what fight would be my favorite, but Cosmo's fight is definitely one of them. It is horrific to look at. That was one thing I talked about in the first video as well, was a specific fight between, oh man, who was it? I think it was between the mercenary, the guy nicknamed Genocider, and the Crying Man, but I can't remember their names off the top of my head. But I basically was like, this is just too brutal, don't watch it. Well, after rewatching it a few times, I realized this is fucking sweet and you should watch it. And basically Cosmo has a fight just like that. It's very brutal to watch and kind of a little bit sad, but also real fun. Of course, by fun, I mean you're essentially watching a man get tortured to death. Not that anyone dies. No one would die in anime. But you are essentially watching a man get tortured to death, but he's not real. He's just some pixels. You can have fun watching that. That's allowed. Also, in terms of fights, we get to see, I believe his name's Kiryu fight, and he's the guy from season 1 who had a real Oma boner, and he fights pretty cool. He got a good fight. I don't know. Essentially, I could just sit here and list literally every fight because I thought they were good. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that, in my opinion, Season 2 took all the best parts of Season 1, cut some of the fat out, and amplified it. So, if you liked Season 1, or if you were interested in Season 1, I would recommend you watch it even more now, just so that you can watch Season 2. Wow, that video, now that I'm thinking about it, basically was just me remaking the first video I made about Kengan Ashura, but saying the same things, which in a way is sort of like how a second season of a show works. And I know it wasn't a super original video. I basically am ripping off my own video, but I just loved this anime so much. I just wanted to talk about it. This turned out to be, like, without a doubt my favorite anime of 2019, and I just really wanted to talk about it. As for what I said earlier about why I haven't been uploading, I don't like to make excuses, and I do think I could be working harder. Genuinely, I think I could be pushing myself further. But as far as the reason, I figure I'll just give it to you. I'm not trying to make an excuse. And I know, like, no one cares, but maybe one person cares and is like, hey, why is that guy not uploading very much? Well, about 3 weeks ago, I believe, but I broke my back, and it hurt like crazy. And somehow or another that has made it so I can't really sit at my desk and work for long periods of time. And if I work for more than like 2 hours, I'm in excruciating pain. Or if I'm at my desk for more than 2 hours, I'm in excruciating pain. And so I don't really like to do it. So I've basically been at my computer for like an hour, and then I go take a break. And I know it doesn't seem like it, but these videos usually take about 10 to 20 hours total to make. I usually work on like 4 videos at the same time. And so, you know, you can picture 10 hours per video, 4 different videos, working on them in 1 hour chunks gets kind of, well, insanely annoying. But, like I said, I don't want to make excuses. I'm going to try and really force myself to focus up and get some videos done. Either way, that's going to be it for my Kengan Ashura video. Thank you so much for watching, and please, you know, I'm not going to ask you to sub, to like, to do anything like that. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is go watch this anime if you can.